Good day everyone, welcome to our virtual presentation where we will be discussing the von Kogh and Roos model of organizational epistemology, which will be presented by me, and the Nonaka and Takeuchi knowledge spiral model, which will be presented by Mr. Gelito. The von Kogh and Roos model of organizational epistemology define the difference of the individual and organizational knowledge. The two of them developed the organizational epistemology KM model, which means the source of knowledge of individuals in an organization. Though there are some questions to this KM model because it was proven difficult. Questions like how and why do individuals within an organization become acquainted? And what qualifies as individual and organizational knowledge? Now, we will focus on the individual knowledge and social knowledge. As you can see, in the individual knowledge, it is also defined as personal knowledge. It is being acquired through our interest and passion. Example, practicing an instrument and mastering it, or skills in sport. It is something that is being acquired through your own personal experience and discoveries. Even the learning we acquired in school is a personal knowledge. While the social knowledge, also defined as collective knowledge, it was produced through relationships and connections within a particular group or organization. Google, Wikipedia, and Facebook are some examples of social knowledge because they are produced through collaborative works through contribution of knowledge. Now, this model is very important because it teaches us on how to collaborate our knowledge into an organization to create something big and valuable. This model will truly create a better flow of knowledge into an organization. On the next model, it will be presented by Mr. Gelito.
In 1995, two business school professors, Ikujiro Nonaka and Hirotaka Takeuchi, published The Knowledge Creating Company, How Japanese Companies Create the Dynamics of Innovation, which provides insight into how Japanese companies work and, most importantly, what enables them to create new knowledge. With that, one of the knowledge management models that can be used in knowledge creation and conversion is the Nonaka and Takeuchi model. Usually, each organization capture, codify, or render tangible and intangible knowledge in the shape that we now know as tacit or explicit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is information that is not written down and is only communicated verbally or orally. This can cause problems for others because there is no written information that can be used or read over for a long time. Only the person who has the knowledge of it can keep it, but it will remain in the mind. Explicit knowledge is the inverse of tacit knowledge. Explicit knowledge is written knowledge that can be passed down to others, but not all knowledge is passed down in this manner. As a result, the Nonaka and Takeuchi model is one of the models that can represent knowledge conversion, whether from tacit or explicit, or vice versa. Right here is the figure of the Nonaka and Takeuchi model, which shows the four forms of knowledge conversion. First one, we have socialization. It is the process of conversion from tacit to tacit knowledge. As we all know, tacit is the unwritten type of knowledge, and the most common example is training or sharing face-to-face. In training or sharing, the knowledge conversion is more natural because it is one of the typical social interactions. From doing this knowledge, the knowledge will remain in the participant's mind rather than noted elsewhere. This type is more to the process of acquiring it by experiencing the knowledge transmission. Next, we have externalization. This type is conversing from tacit to explicit knowledge. From the unwritten knowledge, it is conversed to a written knowledge. Organization always has a written rule for their company, but as the time goes by, the rules spread by the employee itself to other employee, and the rules become tacit knowledge because they already have the rules on their own mind. Lastly, we have combination. The last type is conversing from explicit to other explicit knowledge. This type can be interpreted to process of combining explicit knowledge from many sources and finally make a new form of explicit knowledge. The common example is when we are making a report for analysis. We search or gather explicit information about the transactions to make a financial report.
With that, you already know the von Kogh and Roos model of organizational epistemology, and the Nonaka Takeuchi knowledge spiral model that can give you an idea on how to practice knowledge management properly as an individual or organizational. Thank you for watching our virtual presentation.